did a poll a few days ago asking you guys whether you want to see me do a how to make $100 a day at the Nike outlet or how to resell step-by-step guide. You guys voted for the step-by-step guide, so that's what I'm gonna bring you guys. Really quick, I just want to explain what reselling is. So basically, there's a few forms of reselling. In the end, you're basically doing the same thing. So you're buying a pair of shoes for a certain set price, and then you're doing whatever to it. You might not even have to do anything at all, but then you sell that shoe for a profit, and then you keep that profit, you reinvest it, and you keep doing that over and over and over, and it adds up extremely quick. Before I get in depth of everything, I just want to explain why I started reselling. Basically, I started taking reselling seriously about January of this year. I've always been reselling. I would sometimes be able to get Jordans on release day, but it would never be a consistent thing. Up until January, I never really took it serious. I worked at Kumon, like it was like a learning center for kids. I absolutely hated it. The kids were just terrible to deal with. It made me not enjoy life. It was really annoying. I didn't like people telling me what to do. So I started reselling. Ever since January, I've been taking it seriously. The part that really set me into like taking it extremely serious is when I was backing out of a parking spot one day. Someone hit my car from the back in the parking spot. So I was able to get that insurance money and put it towards reselling and started to take it serious. It was nothing crazy. It was like $700 or $800. But yeah, that's what pushed me to start taking reselling serious. I want to talk about the different ways of reselling. There's 4 main ways. You might be able to fit 2 in a category, but there's basically 4 ways to resell. So first, this is my least knowledgeable subject in reselling, is botting. So botting is essentially, I don't know how would you, I guess a bot basically, and it automatically gets the sneakers for you on release day. It doesn't guarantee it. There's a lot more that goes into botting than just that. But essentially it's just a bot. You run it on your computer and it'll help you cop shoes for retail on drop day. If you guys want to know more about that, I'll link a great YouTuber. His name is Botterboy Nova down in the description below. He's a lot more knowledgeable than I am at that subject. Next, this is a great way for newer resellers, is the restorer. So the restorer, what they do is they usually older retro Jordans, they'll get for example a Jordan Thunder 4. The Jordan Thunder 4 had a lot of paint cracking issues on it. So that what they would do is they would get the paint, get some acetone, rub up all the paint, and then repaint it to repair all the cracking, and then sell it for a profit. It's a really good way to find cheap shoes and then sell them for a higher amount. It is time consuming, however, so that's a choice you're gonna have to make, and you do have to invest into your paints and a lot of supplies. But if you get good at it, it's definitely profitable. So next, this is personally one of my favorites, is brick flipping or outlet hunting. Basically, it's when you find a Nike store, Adidas store, and you get discounts on those stores. Sometimes Nike will have 20% off and then another 20% off on your app. So that's 40% off, which leaves a lot of room for margin. So what I like to do is I like to go down each aisle in the Nike outlet, just look up the SKU number on the box, and I type it into StockX or GOAT, sometimes eBay if they're not listed on those platforms. And then I see the average market value of the shoe and if it's selling consistently. Yeah, so you look up the SKU number, see what the market value is currently, and then see if the shoe is selling consistently. So if you can see that you can make at least $30 to $50 on that pair of shoes, I would then try to cop as many as I can. Usually the limit is 5. But sometimes if you know the manager, if they're cool, sometimes they'll let it slide. And that's a pretty easy way. And then you just list them on StockX and GOAT, and then they'll sell from there. And also a huge plus is there's absolutely no risk to it. If they end up not selling, you can always just return them. Yeah, I think you have like 30 or 60 days. No, I believe you have 90 days to return them for your whole money back. It's like no risk at all. So that's why I like it. This next category is personally what I do, selling used shoes. What I do is I go through Depop, eBay, mainly nowadays my Instagram, because I build a following on there for people to come and sell me their shoes. So what I do is I look on GOAT, I see what the lowest used price for the shoe is, and then I would give them a reasonable offer somewhere I can make $30 to $50 on that pair of shoes. And then once I get the shoe in, I authenticate it, which is probably the most difficult part when reselling shoes, is authenticating them. I'll get into that later in the video. And then I would just clean it up, make it look presentable, and I'm gonna sell it on my Instagram. So that's basically the 4 ways you can get into reselling. Now, I'm gonna get into where you can source these kind of sneakers. So personally, what I like to do, I check Depop, eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, your local marketplaces like Facebook and OfferUp, and then Instagram. I would definitely recommend trying to build an Instagram page if you want to take reselling seriously. It's a great way to minimize your fees, just so an app isn't taking 10% of that final sale value, and usually you can get the people to pay for shipping as well. So that's definitely a plus. Another way to help you start reselling is Discord groups. Discord groups are basically just a way, just a compiled information of people dropping site lists, or just like like sneakers that are coming up that are worth copying, different websites they're going to be available on, resale predictions, and some of them offer more perks, but I'm not going to go through that all right now. Usually they cost anywhere from $10 to $50. So yeah, I would definitely recommend a good Discord group if you want to start reselling as well. So now, probably the most important thing on this list is how to legit check your shoes. If your shoes are not authentic, no one is ever gonna wanna buy from you. Make sure your shoes are always 100% authentic so you can build that reputation of you selling 100% authentic sneakers. One bad experience a customer has can ruin your whole reputation. So I cannot stress this enough, how important legit checking your sneakers is. I'm not gonna go through how to legit check every shoe right now. I'm just gonna tell you a few important tools you need. One of these black lights, it's just basically, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it just shines on here. And if you see any factory stitching or factory stamps, this will help you, this black light will help you spot those. Without a black light, they're nearly impossible to see. You can find these on Amazon ranging anywhere from like $6 to $20, but it's a great investment and it'll definitely pay off. It'll definitely save you a lot of money. There's also this one app, you can use it at your own risk. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I'm just telling you guys what I use. So it's got an app called Check. It's on the App Store. I believe Google Play as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Basically, what you do is you take pictures of the shoe. I believe it's $1 to check your shoes and it'll get you results in 4 hours, but it goes all the way up to 30 minutes for $3. Definitely recommend it. I wouldn't rely on it solely. I would just use it as a second opinion. So say you have a shoe and you're on the fence whether it's real or fake or not, I would definitely use Check to just a second opinion. It's also great for PayPal claims for evidence, so keep that in mind. Transitioning into how to stay safe when you're buying sneakers. This applies for like the used sellers and like the restores. Basically on eBay, you're always going to be covered with your buyer protection. Depop, you're covered with PayPal goods and services, and Mercari, I believe, has their own buyer protection. But when you're doing like those local places like Facebook Marketplace and hold on, phone's ringing. All right, I'm back. So what was I saying? The local marketplaces. How to stay safe when you're like on those local marketplaces. Again, use a black light. Never meet up at night. If it's someone I know, I don't mind meeting at their house or if it's late. But if it's just a random person you just met on OfferUp or Facebook or whatever, I would meet at a police station, a bank, a Starbucks, just somewhere where there's a lot of foot traffic. So if something goes wrong, you're gonna have witnesses. Be safe. Use some common sense as well. On to online selling, how to be safe. Don't pay with Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. Those places you won't be able to get your money back as easy. There is ways, I'll explain it, but they're just not ideal. When buying online, if you're buying on Instagram or something, make sure to use PayPal goods and services. PayPal goods and services basically allows you to have buyer protection. So if that shoe is fake, if it's not as described, has a huge cut on it or a huge tear, doesn't come with something, you're gonna be protected for that. And you'll be able to get a portion, if not all your money back. How to get your money back when you use Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. It's not a great way. It'll probably only get you through 2 or 3 instances before they get suspicious, but that is charging back on your bank. Just call them, tell them that is a fraudulent charge, and they'll usually get you your money back. I would definitely not recommend this, doing it more than twice, or else they're gonna get suspicious. But yeah, that's basically how you stay safe. I want to explain each platform, its pros and cons of each platform. First on the list, we have StockX. StockX is a great way to just get a feel for the market of what the shoes are selling for, and they have a great graphs and stuff, but their customer service is another thing. Customer service is absolutely terrible, and their shipping takes extremely long, but it's great for those outlet hunters that want to sell their shoes on there. It's a great platform for that. I'll give them that. Goat, same thing, but a little bit more reliable. I like to do most of my outlet finds on Goat just because their payout time is extremely quick. If you have any questions, they'll usually answer it within 1 to 2 days. I really like their point system because sometimes when you're doing outlet hunting, you're gonna have shoes listed on multiple platforms, and sometimes one shoe will sell on another platform and you'll forget about it and you have to cancel the order. So Goat's really good at that. Next is eBay. eBay is just a great platform all around for selling almost anything, really. It's great for selling shoes. You can pretty much sell anything on eBay. There's always going to be a market because there's just millions of people on eBay at all times. But a few cons is there is a lot of scammers on there. Never go outside of eBay when trying to sell something because they will try to scam you. They'll send you a fake PayPal email or something saying you got the money. If the money is not in your PayPal balance, they have not sent you the money. So just be cautious of that. Depop, Mercari, and Poshmark now. All these three I feel like are pretty similar. Tons and tons and tons of fakes on these platforms. Be extremely careful when buying. They do all have purchase protection, but just if the shoe ends up being fake and you buy it, your money is going to be wrapped up for around a month. So just be careful when you're buying shoes. I would definitely try to be knowledgeable in the shoe you're buying. Make sure it's authentic before you buy it. Make sure the seller has a good rating. Okay, so now we have our Facebook Marketplace and our OfferUp. It's a great way to avoid shipping fees and any kind of transferring fees. You just get cash, you give them the shoes. Although it is sometimes risky, I would say 90% of the times it's just pretty smooth. So next, this one is my favorite, Instagram. Instagram is probably gonna be one of the most valuable tools when first starting. If you are able to grow a following on Instagram, you're gonna be set. You're gonna have people that wanna buy shoes 24/7. That's what I've managed to do, and I am extremely thankful for it. It's changed my life, and I'm truly appreciative for that. Next, I wanna show you guys how to save a few bucks when you're shipping shoes, because shipping is definitely gonna be a big part of your life when you wanna start reselling. You're gonna be at the post office and the UPS store multiple times a day if you wanna take this serious. So what I use is either pirateship.com or Shippo. I don't use Shippo as much. I like the layout of Pirate Ship more. Pirate Ship basically just saves you a ton of money when shipping labels. Never buy the labels from the UPS store or your local post office. They'll charge you a lot more than you have to pay. Usually on Pirate Ship, it's anywhere from like $7 all the way up to like $25, $30 if you have a really heavy package, if you're shipping more than one shoe. So next, I wanna talk about how to build your brand and how I've built my brand. Basically, how I've built my brand is through TikTok. I know a lot of people hate to hear it, but TikTok is one of the best ways to grow your business organically nowadays. TikTok got me from 0 followers on Instagram to almost 30,000, and they gave me a huge platform to sell my shoes on. I would not be where I am today without TikTok. And now I'm transitioning into YouTube, genuinely just because I love making content and I just like helping people out. And just some useful tips, just know it's not gonna be an overnight process. It's gonna take months and months and months. You're gonna fail a lot. You're gonna lose money. I've lost probably $1,000 ever since I've started. It's a lot of money, but if you stay true to yourself, you know what you're working for, you believe in yourself, you surround yourself with like-minded people, you definitely can achieve it. It's not impossible. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did at all, make sure to leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions. Make sure to leave a like if this helped you in any way possible. And if you guys want to get into contact me, my Instagram DMs are always open. I have 3 Instagrams right there, there, and there. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, I truly appreciate it. And until next time, guys, peace.
Out the gate like Messiah, run around my head in barbed wire.